there is no. We literally had to end our Hank Seth short just to get into this. You have a week-long vacation. What are you doing?
3 days. I'm gonna go do shit. Go see the city. Go out to a restaurant here and there. But if we're renting a house and shit, like the next 4 days out of that week, I'm staying at the crib, eating good food, sitting by the pool and or beach if it's close. I'm going to the beach. Like, I'm chilling, dude.
4 days?
Yeah.
2.
I'm on vacation, brother.
Dude, but you're not. You're in a new place. You have so much to see that you like.
I saw it the first 3 days.
You did not
I
see
saw what I
everything
had to
you need
see.
Every city I've ever been to, I need more than 3 days to see everything.
I live by Vegas rules. I see the shit for 3 days. I'm like, all right, this is cool, neat, sweet. This is just like fucking downtown Cleveland.
I went to Vegas for 3 days, and 3 days pretty much, and I literally didn't see.
Yeah, I know
half of what I saw.
But you know what? I went to Vegas for 3 days, and I saw I saw some shit, but I didn't see everything.
Well, I saw the
But
Sphere,
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and see the other shit I didn't see.
Okay, but you're in.
That's a different vacation.
First of all, I saw the Sphere, so you didn't see shit. But
well, that's true. It wasn't around when I went. I went back when they were just building the Vegas stadium.
You were back there when I was going back there when it was just Fremont. I didn't even get to go to Fremont. I've been to Vegas twice. I've yet to been to Fremont.
Me either.
So exactly.
I stayed on the Strip.
But you're
in Old Vegas.
You're going
not Old Vegas.
You're going to a place you're probably never going again, and you're gonna just 4 days just sit around the house.
3 days.
Vacation was all about.
It depends on the city.
Vacations depends on how
if
many
I'm going
things
to Asheville, North
do.
Carolina, I'm going to spend my time in the cabin in the mountains instead of going to Asheville downtown. I'll go there for the first 3 days. If I had 7 days there, I'm going for the first 3 days. Getting the food I need, each different spot every day. Getting to see what breweries I want to see.
So what are you doing during the day? You're watching like Netflix?
No, I'm outside. I'm starting fires.
So you're outside.
I'm not staying in the doors. I'm staying on the property. I'm talking about cabins and shit. Cabins, beach houses.
You go to cabins for a week?
No, it's not usually a week. But like a beach house, I'm there for usually a week, and like it's by the beach. I'll walk to the beach. But I'm not doing nothing else. I'm not going town hopping, shopping, and shit like that.
Boot scooting.
I'm not doing that dumb shit, dude.
Hopping.
I spent enough money to fucking get here. All right, I don't need to shop here. I shop at home.
It's not about. It's about sightseeing and.
No, yeah, I like doing that. Like when I go to North Carolina, like we make a point to go see the old forts and shit. And like I always love like the history and shit behind it. Go and see old Blackbeard's house, Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, yeah, I don't need to do all that dumb shit either that costs money. I'd rather just stay on the beach, which I came here for, drink beer, and eat good food. That's a good vacation to me, dude. I don't need to see everything.
Vacation to me is just about doing all the things you can't do like when you're home,
Then it doesn't feel like a vacation to me.
Like because you have to do stuff?
Because I have to do shit. I just want to relax.
Vacation to me is all about doing the stuff you don't do, like
we need a
hiking or
I do like hiking. I will hike.
Robbery.
I will hike every time I go to a mountain cabin vacation. I'll go on a nice hike. I like a hike. Yeah. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not hiking 7 days out of the week, though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need a break.
Travel to a monument or something. It's there.
If I'm going to DC, I'll go check shit out. But I'm only doing it in the first 2-3 days if I'm there for a week. Next 4 days, I'm chilling.
I'm just doing shit that I want to do at home, like armed robbery and like battery and stuff.
You know what? I am a sucker for a good gift shop.
Yeah.
Dude, they got some cool shit in there.
Dude,
Hocking Hills, great.
Dude, gift shops give me like some of them give me like the creeps though.
Yeah, they smell stale.
It just gets too. It gets to be too much in some places. Like it's like, dude, this is I'm on the boardwalk in Myrtle Beach. This is the 8th gift shop I've passed.
Yeah.
Like, and you guys all are selling.
You
the
guys
same
all
shit.
have the same snow globe with my name on it.
Yeah, it's like, it's just grimy, and they're all trying to sell you the same pair of aviator sunglasses, and you're like, brother, I'm not in 8th grade anymore.
They also have it's like a t-shirt press shop where they got a henna tattoo station there.
Yeah.
Saltwater taffy. Get out of here. I get that at Grandma's house.
Yeah. My grandma was here last year,
Yeah.
bitch.
She lives down here half the year.
Yeah. Now get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
I'm going home to relax.
You know what? The one thing I do love eating seafood when I'm on vacation. For some reason, that's like
That's your thing?
perfect vacation food.
Dude, my family's vacation thing is bowling. We just don't bowl at home. So
Really?
we just find a bowling alley.
That's like a damn disgrace, Jim. What the fuck? What the hell's going on, dude?
I remember
I would love to go bowling on vacation. I'd love to go bowling anytime.
yeah. It's just funny because like one vacation, I was like 9 or 10, and we were relaxing. We weren't doing much, and like, what do you want to do, James? I'm like, I want to go bowling, and we just found a rinky-dink bowling alley in New York, and then like every vacation after that, we'd find a way to go bowling.
Good. You started it, man. That's good.
So now I'm gonna make my kids bowl a 300.
Not
Come
before mine.
obsessed. Yeah,
Probably no. Mine are gonna be like me. They never can get over 200.
but you have your tradition.
Oh, go to the zoo every year on my birthday.
Yeah. How was your birthday, by the way?
It was good. The zoo. It's not gonna be great every year, right?
Yeah.
The first year I started this tradition, it was amazing. It was a colder day.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of people there. I was freezing the whole time. I was bundled up. I was cold, but the animals were active. There was not lines. You can just see everything and spend time there. Well, this last time I went, it was like 77 degrees, the nicest day in Cleveland in April, and everyone and their literal mothers were pushing strollers, and it was chaotic.
Mayhem.
And fucking babies crying everywhere. I was pissed, dude. I had a good time. I had a crowd that go with me this time. It was me, Walk, my dad, Emily and Kyle and Gina.
Oh, hell
We
yeah.
all went, and then
The fam together.
saw everything, and then it was cool. It sucked. We kind of sped through everything because we were like, this is just fucking wait. It was really stupid
Oh, there's
crowded.
flamingos. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Alpha. Yeah.
Fucking crowded as fuck, dude. So after that, we went to the Winking Lizard. Got some wings,
So you-
got some beers, you know.
So you ended up in the reptile exhibit.
Yeah, I
then.
did. And you know what? They got rid of the lizard.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I would have
They
been.
donate to
If
the
I
zoo.
worked there, dude, I'd be feeding that motherfucker beers.
Oh yeah.
Get him to do cool tricks. Do that thing
smoke
again.
a cigarette.
Yeah. Other than that, no, it was good, man. Good being with the family and shit.
Yeah, I mean, you get the whole family to pull up on a Thursday to the zoo.
Everyone called off work.
It's like
I got Kyle. He's like, I shouldn't. He's like, all right, it's the
Oh.
zoo. I'm like, fuck yeah.
That is sick. Get
Went
your,
back to my
get your
dad's
siblings,
house.
Get your siblings fired for your birthday.
Yeah. Went back to my dad's house and got a 30 rack of Bush.
As one does.
And we had a night.
That is fair.
It's a good birthday.
You got to watch
good
the
job
draft
bringing in
too.
20. Yeah, I went home and watched the draft.
Yeah.
I did not draft. I got picked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got home, watched the first draft. I'm like, Mason Graham.
I've been on this. I've been on this.
I called it.
Man, you have your family going there, and then by the end of this summer, there's gonna be one more person at the tradition. About to be
Yeah,
an
I'm
uncle.
about to be old Uncle Gravy over here, man.
Yeah, was that my sister's baby shower on Sunday?
We're both about to be uncles,
I
dude.
know. This is the uncle. The
Coolest uncles to ever
what should we
exist.
call the bro uncles? Bruncles.
Bruncles, yeah. Oh yeah, we're Bruncles, all right.
Episode title.
Brunch with the Bruncles.
You're gonna have just sauces, gravy, and
Yeah, just gravy
bacon
and
eggs
gravy and chocolate milk.
and Bluey. Yeah, Bluey on the TV.
Yeah.
Saturday hymns on guitar.
No, dude.
Sunday.
Like when it's my turn to like babysit, like we're getting up. We're gonna be watching fucking like old school Scooby Doo.
Dude, that's what, like, this is
All the classic cartoons, dude.
This is history here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Adam Sandler meme.
See that Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah.
You're never gonna catch that motherfucker. meep meep.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler, dude. I've been waiting.
See, Tom, you see Tom's never gonna catch Jerry because he doesn't want to catch him. They're
Yeah.
best friends.
They're friends.
Yeah.
Look, they have moments. That's gotta be like you and your brother, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Amanda packed the house. They had a pasta bar. Divine.
Fuck.
Yeah. It was-
Dude, like you can never go wrong with a pasta bar.
Yeah. I mean, who?
Look, I do
it's a big
catering for a
miss.
living. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not podcasting, but pasta bar is the way to go.
Yeah. If you guys don't cut the damn checks, maybe we can make
Maybe we
twice
can
a week.
maybe we can start doing this every day if we got paid for it. I'd show up 40 hours a week.
We'll listen to you, 92.3 The Fan. We're talking to you. But yeah, they had some fun games where they had bingo. You had to write down baby items on a bingo card, and then as they open gifts, if you guess
If you
it
got
right.
it, boom.
Yeah. So I ran out of baby items after 4 items. So I went on her registry and I just started copying items.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
yep, diaper cream.
Damn, James, look at the big brains on him.
No, that was actually the game I didn't win. I won. I told you the 10 items. You just write down the price of them.
Oh, it's
Dude,
like the Price is Right.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm way out of, and you can't go over. I was
Can't go
way
over.
out of touch, but my math was just
It was
inherently right. Yeah, I was misinterpreting stuff. Dude, how are wipes only $2.99, but diapers are $28?
Yeah, that blows my mind, dude.
It's $20 or $28 to poop, $2 to pick it up.
Yeah, right. Thought this was America, dude.
Yeah,
It should be $28 a wipe.
yeah. It's just the wealth.
Yeah, it's
disparity
actually crazy. I don't
in
know
shit
how.
form.
Not to get too dark, but how are you supposed to afford that? Everything, you know what it is though. You know how back in the day when we were kids, everything used to cost $10.
Yeah,
Everything cost $30, dude,
yeah. Well,
without tax.
diapers, I feel like are the biggest culprit, and that's why.
Well, because you need them.
Yeah.
Supply and demand, baby.
That's why men have adopted. Men evolve, and they adopt diaper parties now. So not only does the girl get the baby shower, now the men get the diaper party, and you basically your birth month depends on the age. Have you ever been to a diaper party? So what
Not
they do?
yet.
There's yeah, God.
Yeah.
The guys, you do your birth month or something to split you up, and if you're January to March, you do size 0 diapers. If you're April to June, you do.
I see.
Yeah.
Because they're always they're growing.
Yeah, exactly. So you get invited, and now hopefully that's about half your diapers right there. Boom, get out. But it's not even close to half. It's
How,
10%.
what's
But-
on average? How many diapers do kids go through a year?
See, me, I'm a real shitter, and I went through a.
Yeah. I'm
Nick,
telling you.
Nick probably went. Nick probably put fucking what's the diaper brand on the map?
I probably put about 1 or 2 adult diapers a year away.
Yeah. Nick's the type of dude to put depends on the map. This guy
Yeah. Honestly, I guess it depends on your region. If you're in New Orleans, baby, and you're eating
Depends.
gumbo baby food, good luck. That baby's gonna be shit.
It depends. Depends on the
Yeah.
the adult. No, I can't wait to have a kid. And my diaper party's gonna be lit.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have the coolest
I'm gonna have
parties.
100 dudes there, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring out a gorilla.
We're
gonna fight
getting
them.
drunk.
I'm gonna bring out a gorilla. We're just gonna
We're-
full on brawl.
We're all diaper party at my house, dude. All the dudes are wearing diapers. I don't care
Yeah.
if you don't show up in a diaper.
Dude.
You ain't getting in.
I went to Kevin's brother's diaper party, Brian, last summer, and his dad's best friend were the only two wearing diapers.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I would be wearing a diaper if I'm
Yeah.
throwing a diaper party for my kid. Best
Yeah.
believe, and I'm gonna be shitting in it.
Well, you got a hog. You're gonna be saying,
Thank you.
hey, Sean, thanks for inviting me to the diaper party.
Change me. Change me.
Smell like Nick's mic in here.
We podcasting.
But we had like games like at the dinner party. It was like sippy cups, beer chug. It was terrible. I was so bad at chug. I was like dead last. Kevin finished it in like legit 3 seconds.
You know, I used to be a good chugger, and
No, not anymore. I can't open my throat like that, bro.
I'm not gay.
Exactly. It's the best comeback. That's all you have to say. But
What,
Kevin,
you can't chug beer? Yeah, I don't suck dick, dude.
yeah. Kevin's chugs only 3 seconds, and after I finish, I'm like, "Hey, Jim, Kevin's dad." I'm
Yeah.
like, how long did Kevin breastfeed for? And he goes, 28 years.
28 years. Dude, I love Kevin's dad. Great guy.
Yeah,
Great guy. We won't talk too much about him, but
that's
love
Jim's for you.
that's a gym for you.
Yeah.
When do you transform to
When
a gym?
when my namesake is born,
Yeah.
when my sister's kid is born, I'm officially Knuckle Jim.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, it can't be Uncle James.
No, you can't do that.
I might have to start calling you Jim.
You might. I think it's long overdue, but at this point,
I'm gonna call you Jimmy. Is that right?
at this juncture, I'm going to have to this summer, effective this
We're gonna
summer.
have to change
I'm
the
going to
podcast logo.
No,
Hosted by Jim.
no, you can't do Jim.
You can't
James-
do that. You're
no.
James forever, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Sorry.
yeah.
J-Mo.
Yeah.
Uncle J-Mo.
My stage name will be James.
Yeah.
Still, it can't
Yeah.
be Jim Roy's.
Yeah.
But
But the kids call
God
you
damn
Uncle
it, Jim Roy.
Uncle Jim.
Yeah, Uncle Jim is.
You gotta be.
Yeah, Uncle James is just doesn't sound right. I don't think there is an Uncle James. I think it's just all Jims.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for a kid to say James. Uncle James. Like
Uncle, yeah.
Uncle Jim.
It almost sounds too like games, gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Uncle James.
Uncle Jim.
Sam's
Jim's easy. Jim.
Sam's niece and nephew call me Janes.
James. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Oh, sweet Janes.
Hey kid, it's Jim.
Hey,
Hey.
how you doing, Jim? Jim here.
Hey.
Are you gonna be
Jim.
Uncle Sean?
Yeah, there's nothing else there, dude.
No, Shawnee boy.
Uncle Gravy.
Oh. Oh, that's the mature side.
Yeah.
Once you start getting the gray, Uncle Gravy.
Start him there.
Uncle Shawnee would be nice.
Yeah, Uncle Sean. I like Uncle Sean.
So formal.
Shawnee. It is.
You just call my
Can I be called Sim?
uncle is just such a fondness for my uncles.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be it's just so exciting to be able to be called an uncle. You know,
Yeah.
like
It's like
eventually.
It's like a title unlocked.
Yeah,
You know?
it's an upgrade.
Yeah. I got that
Level
behind.
up.
I got that on my resume, bitch. Yeah, I'm an uncle. You know what kind of work I got to put in that?
No,
You know how hard it is being fucking cool all the time. The fuck.
what is being the fun uncle entail for you? What is your idea?
I'm gonna wrestle around with the kid. I'm gonna show him all the cool shit. I'm gonna take him to the zoo all the time. I'm gonna take him out.
That's
to
your
eat,
thing, dude.
get
You
him
already
good
have that
food.
tradition lined up. The zoo. That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
even-
Like
that's
next,
what I'm saying.
next
Like,
year
next
at your
year,
birthday.
That kid will be with me.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, let's go to the zoo.
Let's see a lion.
Let's go see a lion. Let's
Let's
go
go
see the
see-
monkeys.
Yeah.
Let's go see your other uncles. You know?
Yeah. Let's go see a monkey. No, not Kyle.
No. No, we're not going to West 130th Police Station. All right.
All right, dude. We're not that far into the pod for that. There's some people are still listening. Come on.
Cut it there. Cut it there.
Jesus Christ.
All right, and we're back. All right.
And insert. All right, the only way you can get out of this is if you do the strand and just zoom out of it. You have to
Wait,
stand, you have to
the
stand
what?
up. The
yeah.
I Dream of Genie. That's the only way I'm going to edit it.
Is that better?
Yeah, I hope that
I
works.
hope.
If not, I'm
That
probably
felt weird.
probably not gonna probably not
I hope you do.
probably not gonna edit that. I don't even know the marker happened.
Check,
It's
check.
all right. 923 the fan. If you're here to this point, he did not mean that. And
I wouldn't be, drinking during work either.
I would be.
Professional. Be doing lines in the bathroom.
Dude, I feel like being the fun uncle is all about just like getting on the ground and playing with them. Like
Yeah.
just like
There he is.
Going
Get
along.
over here.
yeah, yeah. It's being really
don't
loud.
don't say hi to your sister or anything or
Yeah.
Steve or nothing. You just go straight to that kid. Be like, "What's up, buddy?"
Yeah. Just
You
be really
you got to make it known that you got that relationship.
yeah.
With them.
Be really loud.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Just gonna for where are we doing? Where are we at?
Uh-huh. And when he starts acting up, you give him be like, "Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You ain't being cool like me. I'm the
Yeah.
cool one. Learn off me, dude."
Yeah. That's exactly it.
I've been practicing, dude.
Can't wait, man.
I couldn't imagine if I'm a dad. I can't be that cool of a dad. I gotta yell at him and be like, "Yo." That's why Mutt Walker's gotta suck. I'm gonna be cool as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, you heard her, dude.
I wonder if like you think like growing up like your kids like I hate my dad, and then their cousins like your dad rules. So like,
What do you
talking
mean you
about?
hate your dad?
Yeah.
Guy's
Like,
awesome.
yeah, 'cause he treats you differently. Yeah. He's not up your fucking case.
Yeah.
He's not yelling to you about your grades.
He's not wishing he had you as a kid,
All right, whoa. A little too close to home, buddy.
A little bit. No.
Dude, it's crazy because your sister, it's only like 2 months after my sister. Both of them younger. Both of them. And then.
And look at us. Being cool as fuck.
Yeah. We were meant to be the cool uncles.
Yeah, we were that God put us here for a reason, dude.
Yeah. We got to be cool uncles before we can be strict dads.
Yeah. We gotta take it out on these kids first, the cool way, and then my kid ain't doing shit till homework's done.
Were you like
if you don't get homework done, you ain't eating. Go to bed.
were
Try
you
again
like that?
tomorrow.
Were you when you came home from school? What were you doing first thing?
Usually, like if I was in a motivated room, homework, like a motivated mood, I would be doing homework. If not, go to my room, jack off.
The home garden, right?
Yeah. And then play video games and shit. I fucked off
How often were you motivated to do your homework?
about twice a week.
All right, that's fair. I knew who to copy off of. All right, who I
And
couldn't
I also had
copy
some
off
good
of.
people I could copy off of.
Yeah, and
So that always helped.
I knew which classes I can just copy the homework.
I was just not a good test taker.
You know what's crazy is a lot of those days in high school. You were way busier than you are now. You know.
Yeah. No, for sure. 100%. I hated it.
You get off work, you go to school all day, and then you gotta go do a part-time job like 4 of the days, and then you
swear I
gotta
was
come
putting
home and
in-
do homework afterward. You gotta do your first jobs again.
60 hours a week.
Yeah.
And God forbid you did a sport.
Oh my lord. Yeah. And then you work every day. You're not doing the sport. You're working. Yeah, you just have endless
Actually,
amounts
adult
of
life's
energy.
not too bad.
It really
kind
is
of a break.
You know what I think is when you get a second job, it's like basically your after school job.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a second job, you are living the absolute life.
Yeah. Living.
You literally just go to school all day.
And you don't got to take a bus or nothing.
Yeah.
Public
picked-
transportation.
Get picked on for having skinny jeans and
Yeah.
fucking a tight shirt on.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I'm not going to. I can walk around with a hoodie tied around my waist, not get picked on. Are you kidding?
You're telling me I can wear baggy sweats and not get get roasted by everyone around me?
You know the people I do still roast? is people I see walking around in daytime in pajamas, like Cookie Monster sweatpants. Like,
I'm sure you see a lot of those in Elyria.
oh, for sure. Me and Walker look at each other. We just shake our heads, and it's usually just like it's just the worst. It's just bad. It's like, what are you doing?
They just woke up and they just rolled out of bed. Yeah.
Walking around. Well, it's usually like these like here's your perfect picture one. White girl, red hair, like red hair, like red hair. Tank top, Cookie Monster sweatpants. What are you doing? What are you doing? You look like a vampire. Get out of here. Go back to bed.
Just albino. Just
Go get one. I got sunglasses on. You're blinding me, and you just really pissed me off. You know, honestly, if you Google people from Parma,
it's the first thing that pops up.
that's the first thing that usually pops up, and you'll know exactly the type of people I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's either Cookie Monster pajamas or a snapback. I feel like it's men. It's men wear the snapbacks,
And it's the men, and they always got it's like dudes from Parma. They at least one third of them have their lips pierced. Fucking, what the fuck are we doing over here?
Do I remember college, like first month I lived with Albright, third mic or fourth mic, currently.
Fourth mic, yes.
He
Currently.
tried.
What do we fucking taking in applications here?
If you listen to the last pod, we were.
My job ain't it for the run. You guys need me here. I'm a fucking Brunkle here. Name of the podcast.
Bruncles Sean. Yeah. Him and McGreal went and got nose piercings together.
I remember. Yeah.
And I went with them, and I have never felt more homosexual in my life. Basically, they spent the whole time we were walking. I was like, I love it.
I love it every time.
But I went to the store with them, and the whole time we were walking there, I mean, I had nothing to do. It was before classes started.
Yeah.
They're trying to convince me to do it. And I'm like, I've been at college for legitimately 2 weeks, right? I mean, maybe you guys both went to college this year. I was at Tri-C or whatever, but I'm not about to go to college for 2 weeks and then be the dude that gets a nose piercing like right away. That's the.
You probably sound like the coolest guy in there.
Yeah, right. Like, and then we go to a pregame later, and she knows like a couple of frat bros, and you'll know what. And she's like, she knew us from high school, and she like is like, did you guys get that together? Like that's so. And she's like, James is the one I could like see like getting a nose piercing. When that matches his style, and I was like, is that an insult or are you saying like what?
What's with the fucking stray right there?
Yeah, I'm like, but
I could see James getting that.
She meant that as like a compliment. She's like that was like I meant that as like that's like you like listen to the music that actually would get a nose piercing. Like I'm like, well yeah, Matt is like wearing baggy sweats and has a nose piercing. Like I'm wearing skinny jeans. Like
it didn't make sense for Matt. I could see Tyler, yeah, for sure. But
at that juncture, yes,
for sure. But Matt,
that iteration of Tyler.
Matt must have been going through some hard times or some shit, trying to find his identity. The boy was fucking batting .390 in high school, hitting donks, hitting them over the fucking fence. The boy, fucking 2 weeks in Kent State gets a nose piercing, and he wants to be fourth Mike. He ain't taking my job. Maybe that fucking queer that sits next to me, but no way. A nose piercing?
That's what.
Can you imagine with him at still? Can you imagine?
That's what I call indoctrination. That's what they're talking about, the liberal agenda. Just all-American white boys getting nose piercings. 2 weeks.
I swear, dude. Everyone first 2 weeks in college is a fucking far left liberal. Let me dye my hair next. Nah, it's cool, man.
If only
you're experimenting. Yeah, I wish I did too. Hey.
But I don't even know how we got started on that.
I
But
don't know. Nose pierced. I've always thought about getting my nipples pierced. That'd be pretty cool.
I've noticed that about you. You seem like the guy would have like a weird piercing in a different place.
I wouldn't mind getting a Jacob's ladder. You know what that is?
Bruncles Shawnee's ladder.
Oh no, that sounds like a case of Cedar Point, dude.
Oh my god.
Archie, baby.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
I feel like you would walk around with like a nipple piercing or a tongue piercing or
Yeah. Walker doesn't have either of those.
belly button.
No piercing. She just has her ears pierced and her nose, both her nose.
Yeah. I don't have any piercings, any tattoos.
I just got my hoops.
I'm in the box that I'm fresh out of the box.
Yeah, yeah, you're like a fucking. You're just like an NPC.
I'm still in my original packaging.
A character waiting to be created.
Yeah. says I was a millionth in line.
Yeah, right.
I'm still waiting. What number is that?
No, I could see you getting your ears pierced. That's nothing wrong with that. I like the
Me?
hoops though, man. I love the hoops.
I can't see myself at this age.
I can see you in some hoops right now, dude.
Hoops.
Yeah, come on.
A
Like
little
this
lip-
small
little
hoops like
lipstick,
this.
a little eyeshadow.
Nah, what are you painting your nails
looking
next?
like the white a white version of the bitch from Wicked. It's just
Still green.
yeah.
But you can tell it's a white guy under that paint.
Green in this bitch with a like 5 o'clock shadow and a mustache. Just shave it down.
Fuck.
Something over the rainbow. That girl annoys me. Anyways, dude, can you imagine? So like the gift registry, I was thinking like, imagine if like guys don't give each other presents. Like, I gave Joe like a cajon, like a drum for Christmas.
Yeah, I want to start
It's like-
normalizing that. I don't think I'm gonna get you guys something for your birthday this year.
Yeah, I didn't get you anything.
It's all right.
No,
Starting with your birthday.
my birthday.
Yeah.
What am I getting?
I don't know yet. I've been keeping notes. Maybe a diaper. Maybe a nose piercing.
Give me a drone. Give me a drone. Give me a drone. Some super expensive.
Yeah.
I
Get you a mortgage, dude. I got you.
buy me a house. Buy me a house. I you know what? It's funny. I go like, I'll get somebody something and then I won't get them a birthday gift for another 3 years, and I get them something else. But I feel like I've gotten my friends' birthday gifts just randomly, just throughout. Like I just see something that reminds me of them, and I like get it like 2. I'm like, oh, their birthday's in like a couple weeks. But
I don't do that shit either.
I wish guys would just like do gift registries for their birthday.
I know. I'm gonna start.
Like imagine being like,
I got one with my mom. My mom's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "What don't I want to buy?"
yeah,
Here.
yeah,
And she's like, "Cool. Happy birthday." Great. I love how I have that connection with my mom.
yeah,
And like I really try not to ask for shit.
yeah.
But my mom's like, "Just tell me what the fuck you want." I'm like, "Okay, Jesus, this is
Yeah.
what I want."
It's the point where you pretty much can buy anything you want.
Yeah.
You just want to like,
Not pay for it.
yeah. I asked for like paintings or just gift cards to Guitar Center or something, but I want to do like a like a registry. Yeah. Like mine would be Guitar Center, but like imagine somebody like, yeah, hey boys, for my birthday this year, it's in a couple weeks in case you didn't know, but I'm registered at Fin Feather and Fur. And you're like,
Yeah. There's ammo on sale now.
Yeah.
You can get this camping tent later, but you might want to wait around this time. It's 2 weeks before my birthday though.
yeah. By the way,
So yeah, just send the Amazon like fucking
The wish list,
give
yeah.
your wish list into the group chat. So if you didn't know, damn,
and
I
then you
shouldn't
can
do
just
that
like
shit.
crowdsource like something you want. Like everybody chips in $20.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. But if you guys just want to, $10 here.
yeah. Dude, I remember Joe's wedding registry, and it was It's like a Yeti cooler. I'm like, Abby ain't using that fucking.
No,
I'm like
fucking
that's
A.
not like a set of house knives. Like that's not a set of like that's
Joe,
not a
that
toast.
thing's in your back of your truck every day,
Yeah.
dude.
And it was like $400. I'm like, for a cooler, buddy. Like, I love how you try to sneak that one in there,
Yeah.
but I ain't biting.
Get you a Coleman, dude.
Yeah. Dude was hunting for sturgeon, and he just couldn't fucking reel him in. And we're like,
Forgot his bait.
Yeah.
What's in it for me, buddy?
I'm
You got a
like-
boat or
I'm,
something?
I'm like, hey man, if this $50 I give you goes towards it, then I ain't buying that shit.
Yeah. Look, dude, I'll give you $50, but just know you got to put $50 worth of beer in that thing.
Yeah.
Invite me over when you're not.
But imagine if you could just do that for your birthday, and just like every birthday, like you just have a registry, and like you just like send to your friend, and everybody like has agreed upon like when
Yeah.
it's your turn. Somebody sends
Let's put it in the group chat.
Just hear
Start
me
trying
out.
to reap the benefits here.
Just hear me out, guys. I don't want to buy this this new podcast mic, but if I put it up for my birthday,
Like $10, you'd spend it on nothing.
yeah, come on. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna place it on a bet?
What are you gonna get, another vape?
Yeah, yeah. Come on. I'm trying to help you quit.
Yeah.
You know? Instead of buying that $30 breeze, put $30 towards my crowdsourcing.
Yeah.
Did you get anything
like-
cool for your birthday?
No.
No.
No, I did. I got same speaker you got from my mother.
Oh,
My mother got me that.
Yeah. What was the first vinyl you threw on?
What was that?
What was the first vinyl you threw
Well,
on?
I don't have a record player to connect to it yet.
Oh shit.
Yet. So it's gonna be happening here.
So you got the amp, but not the Bluetooth.
Not the amp, but I was connected to the amp, and it shakes my house.
yeah.
I also have a nice fucking Bose soundbar that fucking can crank it up.
yeah.
That thing's like
Well, I've listened to
love,
records you play. It sounds really
I love
nice,
fucking good good sound.
Yeah.
That's something like I'm a sucker for
Dude,
some reason.
It's become a thing where it's it gets hated on where you're like, oh, you're like audiophile, like you think like oh, you're snooty about the sound.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
There
like
is.
and people like,
And I like the next best thing.
dude. I
But
I
I could also listen to fucking like there's I have vinyl that crackle and fucking
I love the crackle.
I love
the
it.
crackle.
It's like
is the
something
best.
to that vintage
It's
thing to it.
Yeah, it hits a part of the
Give me
soul
a-
that you can't get
Give me
out.
a skip here. It sounds real.
Because if you play a song on your phone, 90% of that file is compressed to fit your fucking phone.
Yeah.
90%.
Yeah.
So all the shit that sticks out, the stereo image of it, is completely lost.
It's gone.
And
It's muted.
you
all
can
blends
still
in.
you can still like that music where if you listen to a car or on your phone and you still get like an idea of it, but across the stereo image, there's nothing more flat than just this static physical copy
I love
that
it.
fills the room. And dude, even like Sam doesn't even like she was like I wanted like a new vinyl player, and like we had like the one that like I had like in college, and
Mm-hmm.
it was nice. Like it had a Bluetooth, had a radio and everything. Then we hooked up this stuff, and we put on like a
That's
few.
why I'm copying yours. I'm getting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the same fucking record player
Yeah.
here. I
The-
love the sound of it.
Yeah,
It sounds so good.
dude, it just it fills the room in a different like texture.
Yeah.
Even like we put on like Phoebe Bridgers' first album, and she was like, "This is noticeably different than when
Yeah.
we listen to the car. Like this feels like."
And I got a bunch
It's
of shit like I
roomy.
want to test out on it. Like, dude, I got like I was just telling you about this remastered Animals album I have.
Yeah.
And dude, just that like solo and dogs.
Yeah. Mouse
Just
your
like,
fucking
oh,
face off.
God, dude. You just
Dude, it's and
you want to hear the best version of that ever.
yeah, and the problem with today is a lot of artists like the song, and it all really does come down to like just the composition and the song itself. But when you're mixing it towards people listening on their phones or Bluetooth speakers,
Mhm.
because that's 95% of people listening on that
Yeah.
in that medium. You don't get like the thickness of like Pink Floyd solo,
No.
where it's literally just so it's just so shot out of
And
the
you
cannon.
hear everything.
Yeah, you hear the
Everything.
imperfections in it,
Yes.
and it's just so needle thin. Even when I'm making music, where it's just like I can't replicate that just plugging it into that box
Yeah.
and putting an amp stimulator on it.
Yeah.
Like it literally needs to be a mic. They've come a long way with that where you can it's called like match cabinet where you basically have an amp that you plug into that box and then they build an amp. They have a cabinet where you can quote unquote position the mic
Yeah.
the distance between the mic and the thing and you could put it way in the back like it feels like you're recording a mic in the back of the room, but it just can never replicate the sound of like those analog
Never.
that sampled into a tape machine.
Even if so
the song today needs to be that much better because the composition needs to be perfect in order to resonate the way that an average composition with that producing is today.
Yeah.
But
I even with you listen to old like Jimi Hendrix and the Experience, it's hard to hear some of those like drum tracks in that because it's so like
it's just a cloud of noise,
which is nice with the remasters because you can hear a lot of that now. But like even though back then you listen to that like for the first time, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
And on a record, fills the room without the remastered version.
Yeah,
the remastered version is better for like a headphone experience.
Yes.
But when you just want to fill the room with that and just cloud the room with that amount of distortion and
all
noise,
blends. Fucking perfect.
Well, that's because they now. Back then, a lot of times, especially like Hendrix and like those rock bands, they're recording everything at the same time.
Yeah.
And they still do that for like a lot of like folk rock acts today and rock acts. 702 filler.
Dinner,
Lila.
as 2 scoops.
They still do that, but they have such state-of-the-art equipment with a soundboard where you're getting no feedback from, like, say you're recording the guitar back in the day, you don't have a glass booth between you where you're recording.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's glass booth. Everybody's timed up perfectly. You have mics close to the amp, but it's still picking up the drum a little bit.
Yeah.
The drum amp is definitely picking up the guitar, and the bass. Like they're all formed together. They have an amp. They have one mic that's close to their instrument, but they have room mics that cover the entire thing. And you have to blend it together.
They have all that now,
yeah,
and it still doesn't touch the music from back then.
Yeah,
and that's what's why. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's great music that's being put out now. Goose.
Yeah,
right.
That album was sick.
It was awesome. But they're almost like they're like an older, like they act like an older schooler band. They
have some more polished stuff than Grateful Dead
for sure.
But
it's almost like they're following that same routine.
Yeah, the same composition qualities.
Yeah,
but it's the same thing as like say somebody that's built a building in 1960. They didn't have the same technology as somebody with an electric drill and like you're using the tools that you're afforded at the state of the time. So
and
like
to still produce that shit though is like what's more mind blowing to me than what people are putting out now with the technology now.
Yeah.
You know, you'd think like you'd hear some shit that you've never heard before with the new technology now, which we do here and there, but they were still putting out this crazy shit back in the 60s with what they had.
Is it
60s, 70s?
Yeah. Is it more so like the way you look at an historic building where you
almost just have that respect for it?
Yeah, where it's like the technology that they were dealt, the hand that they were dealt at the time that they built this is such an astronomical feat compared to what you can do today, where you're listening to a song, you're like I mean, as somebody that makes music, unsuccessfully, I might add.
Not yet. Until now, I mean, we're getting there.
Yeah,
we're building it up.
But check out "Wait for Me" featuring Sav, Authentic Sav, podcast intro. You look at it and you listen while you're listening to a song these days. Even as a producer, I look at it and I'm like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing there. I see what that's like a reverse stack and a slap delay with upwards compressor.
Yeah, that's you're talking Chinese to me, brother.
and it's looped and it's.
Let me get a beer. Keep talking.
Yeah, and I look at it like, yes. I think there's one more Budweiser and then Michelob's. But you look at these songs and you can.
No Budweiser.
Oh, all right, Michelob. Thank you. when I look at these songs, I still look at it from an analytical sense, and I know that today it's easier, and there's the plugins have progressed, and I look at these bands, I'm like, what they accomplished with what they does makes me respect it a little more. It's not to say that the composition is better and the song is better. It's just the limited technology makes you appreciate it the same way that like the Egyptian pyramids are like the greatest thing in the world,
Exactly.
like one of the seven wonders of the world, because when they built that,
what the fuck did they have except people, slaves?
Like, yeah,
it's crazy.
The Beatles producing Eleanor Rigby at the time that they produced it was like groundbreaking. Nowadays, every boy band in the world makes that song, like just with the sample and that. Like, it's just, it's harder. It's easier to appreciate that when you know that you don't have you can't just time your shit to loops, and you had to make the song in its entirety right there, and it all sounds the same.
One take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one take of the band, and then you bring in an orchestra and you do the second take, and then you you do overdubs, and then you basically have a 4-track that sends in, and that's the song. Like, that's just unheard of nowadays.
No.
And to be fair, I mean, we're getting deep in the weeds here. Fleetwood Mac, Dreams, that was an 8-bar loop, hi-hat loop that started that song.
Yeah.
So he recorded 8 bars like somebody would on their fucking computer these days. He recorded it, just a hi-hat.
Yeah.
And then loop that, and that's how they built the entire song. The loop is the same throughout the whole song. Just the hi-hat.
Yeah.
And then basically he got the hi-hat was where everybody played off of. They basically created what is now standard today back then.
Yeah.
And people are like, the songs are better. They were better back then. They played live. It's like, no, he didn't. Like, they built that song off of a hi-hat loop. The same thing I do every fucking time I make a song.
That's wild, dude. I never knew that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they did.
They did what a crazy. Let's take a little side tour to Fleetwood Mac here.
Yeah.
What a crazy band.
I know. Let me pee real quick. You just keep going the Fleetwood Mac.
All right, I will. Fleetwood Mac, I mean, from early Fleetwood Mac, they were just like really almost like a jam band, psychedelics. Look at like you can just tell off the fucking album covers there. And then you get to the Fleetwood Mac self-titled, where they added, I think, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But then that's when they started taking off. And then you come out with Rumors. And then it's history after that. But imagine them. Imagine being that band, figuring all that shit out. You start from psychedelic. It's almost like Pink Floyd, where, they had Syd Barrett, and they were very, 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 very. I mean, they've been always psychedelic, but like almost just jam bandy. And then them leaving that guy, and then coming out with Dark Side of the Moon, and then Wish You Were Here, and then Animals, and then The Wall. I went on a.
You went on a rant.
You
started with Fleetwood Mac.
I started with Fleetwood Mac. I'm trying because
the blues,
even
the depth of the blues.
Like they evolved when they added. I think correct me if I'm wrong. I was telling them. They added Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, right?
Lindsey and Stevie were doing, like soft folk rock with the future members of the Eagles.
Eagles, right?
They were
Glenn Frey and
Don Henley. Yeah.
Don Henley.
Glenn Frey and Don Henley. Yes,
both of them. Okay.
And they were basically just troubadour acoustic, so like they would do a duet acoustic thing.
Rhonda, what's her name?
Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah,
she basically recruited all the members of the Eagles.
I've been cheated, been mistreated. When will I find love? Something like that. Oh, God damn it. What a song.
Yeah, it's an incredible song. But Fleetwood Mac was a mainly like blues psychedelic.
Blues psychedelic, yeah.
Jimi Hendrix light
Like
type
they have that
band.
one album with it's called Penguin, and it's got the penguin on the front.
Yes.
Dude, I want that on a fucking t-shirt.
That was their, and they were good, but blues was a dying genre at the late 60s.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
it was not profitable or anything. So they decided, like,
Except if you're Zeppelin.
yeah, and they were doing something different than
they
blues.
were
they were doing blues in the hard rock
everything.
setting. Yeah, they were
It's like
doing blues
metal and blues.
Yeah, they were
before
blues
metal
on
was a thing.
overdrive, and instead of trying to do what they did, they had this duet join them and make it into a folk rock,
Killed
which
it.
was the thing back in the
Yeah.
day, and turned them into one of the biggest bands of.
Yeah. I mean, once they came, like, that self-titled Fleetwood Mac with, I think the first album with Lindsay and Stevie Nicks. Well, I mean, that's great. I got that one on vinyl. Walker's like, she found it. It's an OG. It was $50 for like, let's just
Snag
get
it.
it.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
Yeah,
I still gotta get Rumors.
Rumors is
I love
one I
Rumors.
have. Yeah,
I love Rumors.
I love spreading rumors.
Yeah, me too.
Open the bottle.
Yeah.
Video spreading rumors.
You know who I've grown to like love lately?
Uh-huh.
ZZ Top.
You've been talking about ZZ
They
Top for.
fucking rock, dude.
They are sick.
El Loco is one of the best albums I've ever heard.
Should we do an episode of Morning Piss as ZZ Top?
We should.
Just for a Halloween episode?
Yeah, because we can grow beards and he can't. So he
Yeah.
can be like Frank Beard, the
Yeah.
drummer, the one that doesn't have a beard.
Yeah.
And we can be Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill.
Then just grow it down. Like
Yeah.
all the way down.
How.
How.
Dude, that's such a fucking cool band. One, they love heroin. Two, they love weed, and they like the rock and roll. Not
That's my
that I
three-
like heroin,
that's my
but I
three
like weed and rock and roll, dude.
That's my 3 tiered criteria for
A good band.
Did you like heroin? Yeah. All right. Weed. All right. Rock and roll. All right. We're fucking shooting, dude.
And that's about 80% of fucking bands back in the day.
Is it that
Unless you're like Styx.
is it that music was better back then, or they were just doing heroin? Is that the difference?
It's heroin, dude.
It's you're telling me that like the new artists need heroin now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
So,
there's a lot.
if you want to start a band, dude,
Yeah, you might as well just start.
we can get some Black Tar tonight.
You're on bass, just. God, have they come to me now.
Wow, dude, this is the greatest shit. And then when we listen to it sober, like, whoa.
Floyd was
Barrett.
notoriously non. Besides Sid, they were non. They only smoked weed.
Dude, yeah, well, I read in the lyrics, Shine on Your Crazy Diamond, right?
Mm.
You read in the lyrics about that. It's about Sid Barrett.
Yeah,
Oh, my God. It's like you get the chills when you hear about that song.
yeah,
I love Pink Floyd, dude.
yeah. One of
God
the
damn,
best of all time.
But seriously, like, Dark Side of the Moon, great. Amazing album. But I really think their best is Animals and The Wall. I love The Wall. But Animals is
Yeah.
probably my favorite. It's
Yeah,
short, but it's amazing. It's 5 songs.
Yeah,
About 15 minutes.
yeah. I was
songs,
gonna
but
say, it's a long album.
it's a long album. It's about an hour, right? But it's
It
5
really
songs,
is.
and it's amazing.
What the stranglehold they had on the '70s was just something to behold.
I mean,
It's-
Wish You Were Here was great because you had Shine
Have
on
a
Your Crazy Diamond.
Have
You
a cigar.
Have a cigar. Welcome to the machine.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's truly special what they had. That 3
Wish you
album
were
run.
here. Fuck.
That 3 album run might be the greatest of all time. Or 4 album.
Really?
Yeah.
Because before that, you're like, there's good songs.
Yeah.
There's good songs.
David Gilmour's solo effort was also very nice.
Yeah, I like
There's no way out
Learning to
of
Fly.
here. That's yeah. That's a little later. That's
Yeah, that's like late
it's
80s.
late 80s, yeah.
Floyd.
But
Which there's some good songs there. But it's not like that 4 album run where you can listen to the whole album and you're like, fuck.
yeah. It's just it's always going to be hard to replicate that, but you just
It
gotta
Gotta keep doing
understand-
heroin.
Yeah. You just gotta understand that it's gonna be more so about just what they were able to accomplish in the time period. And in 20, 25 years, when it's all AI music, you're gonna think the same about some other band or something that pops up now. And I don't know. It is just cool to look back and just know that you weren't even alive for any of this shit, and it's special. Like they say about, and we'll end on this. What they say about the Grateful Dead is, you don't find the dead finds you.
Damn right.
And it's just whenever the perfect time of your life, you're gonna discover like a Dead song. It's gonna change your whole perspective on music.
Yeah,
yeah.
It is crazy because like I feel like I didn't know the Dead back in the day, but I had the stuffed bear as a kid. Like I had the Grateful Dead bear as a teddy bear. In high school, I learned about the Dead. And I had my dad's Grateful Dead T-shirt.
Yeah.
Wore it to school. It was
It's
awesome.
half my wardrobe.
Fucking
Grateful Dead tees at this point.
And then I listened to American Beauty for the first time in high school.
That changed my life too.
And I was like, phew. Wow.
The song that got me
Ripple.
was Box of Rain.
I love Ripple.
I mean, that whole album.
That whole album.
That's
is great.
That's the changing point of.
Also, Friend of the Devil.
Yeah.
That was like that song that did it for me. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's special, and
then you start digging into the Dead, and then you find like songs here and Wharf Rat, Tennessee Jed. I mean,
Brown Eyed Woman,
Fire on the Mountain. I mean, shit.
All right, we gotta listen to some
Cumberland
vinyl.
Blues.
We gotta listen to some vinyl now.
Fuck,
this
boy.
has been the Bruncles episode of the Morning Piss
Uncle
Podcast.
John's Band. Come on.
All right, we'll catch you next week.
U.S. Blues. All right, later.